Hey, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine. Doing awesome, actually. So today, welcome back to another tips and tricks video here on the channel, where I'm going to be showing you guys several different fountain designs. Also, please leave a like on the video if you guys do enjoy this video today. If you guys want more of this content, consider subscribing if you're not already, and leave a comment down below. Let me know which one is your favorite. More ideas on tips and tricks are very much appreciated, and I would love to experiment on your guys' ideas. Without further ado, let's take a look at these fountains. So the first fountain design I have for you guys today is a modern fountain design. Now, this is pretty cool. We got several different colors going on here. We got the orange, we got the cyan, and we got a water stream going down the middle. Now, what's cool about this fountain design, and there's a lot of little things going on here, is that it's actually using blue glass panes acting as trickles of water. So if you want to create a really cool and almost animated fountain without using actual water, blue glass panes works really well. So if you want to make it look like it's spurting out of the top, well, you can do that with blue glass panes. And you can see I have little streams coming down, maybe as like side exits of the fountain, like it's coming out the other sides here, and it's like trickling down through different ways like that. We got a little trickle here, so it's kind of like trickling down, which is really cool. Another tip that this fountain design gives is that you can actually use stairs, you can use slabs, you can use a lot of different things to kind of create a really cool shape in water now. So you can waterlog stuff, you can create some really cool designs where this kind of looks like a little bit like a diamond or like a star. You can create some really cool pools of water below your fountain. So, you know, give it a shot. All right, so when you think of fountains, this is probably what you think of in your mind. You're probably thinking of the traditional, so maybe stone brick, you're using a little bit of andesite, maybe some cobblestone in your fountains. This is what you think of. This is what comes to mind here, and I honestly have to agree. This is the first fountain that I sort of designed. Besides the modern fountain that we did over here, this was the next one. And I was like, you know what? Let me just show off some traditional fountains. Even though it's not a crazy idea, it's not something crazy unique, it's still something to kind of look at, right? We can look at different elements that I'm using here. We can look at different tips and tricks in this traditional style fountain. So one of the things is you can turn the water, you can make different dynamic shapes in your fountain. So you can see it comes off of this one water source here, and then we actually waterlogged a wall, which actually looks really cool. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's like an actual spigot or something like that. But it comes off the top there, it trickles down. We're blocking this part with another wall so it doesn't just overflow this way, but instead we direct it this down here where it lands on a slab, and then, you know, trickles off of that in two directions, which looks really cool. It looks a lot cooler than just a plain Jane. It's just falling down off the one water source. So this really looks cool. This is some details that you can add. You could probably add like some cool like particles around, so you can use some blue glass panes and make that look like maybe like mist coming off of the water fountain. You know, another cool little idea there for you. And this is just a smaller version. This is just showing you can add some cool dynamic shapes. Now this one's not as cool as the bigger one because it doesn't like flow in different directions, but you can still add some like slabs, some walls on the outside of the water just to kind of, you know, make it look like it's different or it's changing direction. Yeah, two traditional style fountains there for you. All right, now this is the part of the video where it's gonna start getting a little crazy. Okay, we're gonna start getting to like some different ideas here. We're gonna go outside of the box and just really try to get creative with these different fountains. So now this one's made out of a lot of mossy material. This is almost a dried up fountain design. This one hasn't been used in a while. Maybe you'll see this in like an abandoned kingdom, maybe some abandoned city, whatever have you. And it's just, the wildlife is just taken over. That's the idea behind this. There's bees that made a nice little home out of it. They've kind of colonized it over here, and they just kind of turned it into their own. We got several different plants going on here. We even got green glazed terracotta, just like another texture, just like a nice little like maybe mildew texture, just thrown in there for whatever have you. Another cool thing that you can do is you can add these blue glass panes. Now, we've been talking about this a lot, but with this, it really looks cool because we're just adding little trickles of water. It's not a full water block. It's not the full water bucket, whatever have you. It's a little trickle using these really cool ideas here. You can just make it look like it. And actually, from far away, I mean, it looks like it, doesn't it? Especially if you have the ones that are like broken up like this, it makes it look like it's actually like trickling down, which is so cool. I love that so much. With a bunch of azalea, we got sea pickles everywhere, just a lot of moisture. A lot of moisture. It's a dried up fountain, which looks so, so cool. I love this one. All right, of course, I had to do a lava fountain. Now, this is sort of similar to the traditional one over there, the same sort of like style, but you can see here, it's using lava instead. It's using a bunch of different nether blocks as well. We're using black stone in here, which looks super, super cool. I can see this looking really cool in the nether somehow. Like if you did like a nethery village or whatever have you, or maybe like just like a evil castle. This could be a cool centerpiece to all that. And it would be really cool. And it's something different, right? It's something unique, something different. I think the one thing that's kind of different from like an actual water fountain, though, it's not as transparent. Unfortunately, the lava, you know, it's sort of a solid block, so it doesn't look as good as water. But I think, nevertheless, it's still a nice fountain all in all. And the use of the blackstone really works well here. All right, so we got some goop and goo here with some honey. Like a honey fountain, right? Oh, lovely. So this could be really cool if you have like a bee area and you want to just kind of create something kind of really unique for your bee area. You want to make like some beehives, some bee nests inside of here. Just have a really cool area for your bees. You could put flowers around, and this would be just like one of those little things you can come back to, and it's just something unique. It's a honey fountain. And of course, we're using orange glass panes here just to act as like the honey is gooping down. And it looks so, so cool, right? It looks really neat. We got candles all around, wax, all that good stuff, just to add for all different kinds of textures, and it just looks really cool. Now, what's different about this one is that there's like a big like hive in the middle, and it's sort of just acting as like a gooping, like the honey is acting as like the fountain in this case. So it just really works really well, and I like this. And I think the deep slate's a nice contrast to the honey block. Looks so cool. And as tradition goes with these tips and tricks videos, I always try to incorporate the honey and the slime as well, because I know a lot of you guys like think, oh, maybe we could make something for like a bee farm, or maybe we could make something for a slime farm. So it's just something to consider when you're doing these. You can have, you know, something kind of unique around your bee farm or something around your slime farm, or to indicate that this is above your slime farm or whatever have you. I think it looks really, really cool. This one's like sort of in motion, so you can see that this slime block is actually falling down with a slime trail behind it. So yeah, really cool. Just a nice slime fountain here with a nice slime base. We got all this you know, deep slate around it, which looks really cool. I like this a lot. Now what's different between the honey one and this one is that this is actually like a pedestal, and it's holding up slime, and it's sort of just like gooping down off the top. Maybe it's being sucked up through this post here, whatever have you. But I think it looks super cool. It's super unique and something that you can just decorate your area with. Now, this one's kind of cool. This one is just, I was looking up on Google Images of like different fountain designs, because I'm starting to run out of ideas at this point. And I was like, what other things could we do? And I saw this one where it was like a fire pit in the middle, and actually like the water was coming off of the fire, which looks super cool. Now, obviously, we can't do that and replicate that on this scale, or it would just be really difficult. But I'm sure you could do it on a bigger scale, but I wanted to kind of mimic the smaller fire pit style of it. And I think I've done it pretty well here, using a combination of stairs to kind of create a nice little water pool here and a fire centerpiece. It looks really neat, and it looks like a little fountain. You can just imagine like the water is like spilling off the top here and the fire's in the middle. It was a really cool fountain design. I really like that. And this is a nice little sandstone one, just to change it up, change up the colors, change up the idea behind it, and with some azalea leaves and some, you know, azalea bushes in the pots over here, I think it adds for a nice little fountain design. Yeah, we got two basic ones here, kind of in the same style, kind of in using different materials, but they got the same idea. So this one here has like a nice four-way stream going around it. It's just a nice solid brick, I guess, a nice solid block of stone in the middle, and you have four streams coming out each side. This is a nice traditional style, maybe a more modern style of a fountain here, but either way, I think this one looks nice. We also have the prismarine variant over here, which I really like as well. Now, this one sort of has like a nice, like, I guess, like bowl, or a nice rim going around it here. So it's really nice. I like this. This one uses walls in the corners instead. And again, this is using prismarine, so I mean, it's already got that watery sort of theme to it, so it works really well for fountains and things like that. But yeah, I really like this one. This one really came along in this one as well. I like the 4 streams coming off each side. You can have a big centerpiece in the middle and just have the 4 streams, which looks really nice as well. And last but not least, this little tiny guy, but it's so cool. I love this. So this is really demonstrating what you can do. If you're just like, you have like a little backyard, little garden area, and you need a little tiny fountain, this works really, really well. This can fit so small. Now, these are just like extra blocks here. You don't have to have these. The main build is like really 3 by 3 here. But if you want it to, you can have these little extra bits. And it just works really well. It's a nice little backyard design. You know, it's not so much of a centerpiece, but it's more of just an off to the side sort of fountain. So we're using a combination of different stairs here. We got stairs in the front. We got stairs over here. We got, you know, a little stair just as a little opening there. Surrounded by leaves, surrounded by azalea bushes, mossy cobblestone just to add for a little bit more texture. And I feel like this really comes along that you can use a bunch of different materials. You can use your imagination and try out different things. You can use stone, you could use other types of deep slate, black stone, whatever have you. And that would really you can experiment a little and use different blocks, and it would really come along nicely. But yeah, this one's one of my favorites because how small it is and how cozy it feels as well. A nice little Zen garden feel there. But yeah, that's going to do it for all of these fountains for today. We had a lot of them. You know, we started all the way from down there, and we worked all the way up over here, and it just really comes together. So if you guys did enjoy it, please do leave a like on the video. If you guys want more of this content, please do consider subscribing as well. Leave a comment down below. Let me know which one is your favorite. I always love reading the comments. I try to reply to all of them and give my feedback and respond to you guys. You guys are awesome. So thank you for all your support on these tips and tricks, on the tutorials, and any other series we have going on the channel. I do appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, don't forget to be awesome. And I'll see you guys next time.